Yeah, now after 6 years, 110 races, entries and 15 podiums on Sunday, Lando Norris finally became a Formula One Grand Prix winner after speeding to victory in Miami. Take a look.
And after celebrating his incredible win, Lando is joining us in the studio. Lando!
Come on, congratulations! Oh,
we
mate,
are
well
so
done.
proud.
Thank you so much.
Our adopted son, he's finally won.
Does he know? We just keep saying this.
No, you keep saying.
I know. I'm going, what?
Do you know what? It's a long time coming, isn't it? It's a long time coming. What was that feeling like on the track? And did you expect that sort of reaction?
What's the feeling like? It's hard to describe because it's like I don't know how you want to compare it to anything else that you do in life. You know, the amount of people there cheering you on, all the team, and it's a lot of hard work. You know, six years of Formula One to take my first win, but when I think of it, it's 17 years of racing to kind of achieve that one thing. So it was incredible, a lot of relief. But really just happy for the team.
People that follow Formula One know who you are. But for people that are watching this that just found out about you late last week when you won, so tell us a little bit about your story and where you started from. Because you've been with McLaren since basically year dot.
Yes. Well, everything started way back here when I was 6 years old. My dad loved racing. He couldn't do it. But when I was growing up and when my brother was growing up, we could both do it.
Yeah.
So he kind of could share his passion with both of us.
Look at Papa Nando.
Yeah, it's only a few years ago. That's 2013, and I guess I slowly made my way up the ladder and had good success. But then Formula One is just another level. It's the top of motorsport. And 6 years, I've been with McLaren. This is my 6th season now.
And you've done kind of every job going at McLaren.
Yeah, I did some work experience back in the day, so I got my hands dirty. But now I just stick to driving and stick to turning the wheel and stuff. And it's finally all paid off.
But it must be so lovely for you to be with the team that you've grown up with.
Yes.
And, you know, these guys have seen you come from basically like a young adult to the man you are today.
I was a kid.
We just look at those pictures now. These are people that have been through that journey with you.
Yeah.
I mean,
They have. Yeah, I mean,
look at this.
That's 6 years. So I think it makes it definitely a lot sweeter that I've been with the same team. It's not like I've just jumped in and they're a team that won straight away, you know. We were struggling a lot the last few years. We've had a lot of ups and downs. We've had some great moments, some bad ones. 1 year ago in Miami, we didn't even make it into the second part of qualifying. So we were that bad. But there's been a lot of changes and a lot of hard work, and to go from where we were then last year to now standing on the top step. I mean, but
when we talk about this race that you actually won, it didn't start off the best. I mean, you was in 5th, then you went to 6th. So, I mean, it was a tough race, wasn't it?
It was. I had to avoid a little incident in turn 1. I got taken out the day before in turn 1, so I just needed to make it through turn 1 cleanly. But the speed all weekend was very strong, so I just needed to make sure I got through and could go from there. And we were the quickest pretty much the whole race. So it was great. I had to make my way up. We tried some things with strategy. And I'm always one to be honest. Like, I was a bit lucky. We went so long in the first stint that I got the safety car. The safety car allowed me to get a few cars in the pit stops and come out in the lead. So sometimes that's on your side, sometimes it's not, and that helped us out. But even after that, the speed was so good I could pull away and cruise, and it was...
Your friends must be so proud as well. Like, you know, it must be kind of surreal to be with these people you've sort of brought up with and grown up with. But I guess that kind of coming home when you can come home keeps you rooted and grounded.
100%. I mean, a lot of the friends that I grew up with are not honestly the friends I have now in Formula One. And the people you drive against in Formula One, they're from all around the world. And as much as sometimes you have laughs and things, they're not like your best friends.
I guess there's a brotherhood, but at the same time...
It's like you hate each other, but somehow... But there's enough respect.
There's
the respect part is the biggest thing. And there were a lot of drivers which came up to me after and paid their respect in terms of congratulating me.
What did Max say to you?
Max said many things.
Did he?
Max says many things. But me and Max have a lot of respect for another. Like, I would say we're friends. Like, we get on. He hates when I beat him. I hate when I beat... he hates, or vice versa. I hate when he wins, and he's won plenty. So today or that day was my day.
Yeah.
But we could share it, and he's one of the best ever in the sport. So to be racing against him is it's a cool thing.
Lando, if you imagine now, this is almost like the monkey off your back, in that you've finally won once, and now you can properly focus on building on that, aren't you? You and the team.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's going to change too much. Like, I woke up one day now and I'm a race winner, but in terms of how I approach things, I'm not going to approach things any differently. It's just, I know what that feeling's like, and I've not had that feeling for a very, very long time. So we're on a good roll. The team, myself, we're in a good position. Things are improving, and we still need to improve more before we can do this every weekend. It's definitely not going to be a one-off, but it's not something we can achieve every weekend. So,
can I ask, how do you know? Sometimes, I sort of follow Formula One, and I follow it more when I feel it's competitive. You know, if I know that the race is going to be sometimes Max is just going to win, I kind of zone out a little bit. But do you know sometimes there's certain tracks suit different cars? Like,
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
So when you know you're quickest this week, you might not be quickest next week because there's more turns?
Potentially. So every team designs their car from a piece of paper. So you have every different interpretation of front wing, rear wing. Yeah. Everything looks a bit different and performs differently. So you might have one car that's better in the straights, as basic as it gets, one car that's better in the straights, one that's better in the corners. One that's better in hot conditions, one that's better in cold. So you have all these different variables. And here on this weekend, we had quite a big upgrade. So we made the car quicker, and it all clicked and everything kind of paid off. But some weekends, the car will feel great and you're confident you can push. The next weekend is maybe a bit too twisty for you and it's not quite so good, but that's the way of sport.
Well, listen.
I was happy that you thanked your mum and dad. That's what I like. You thank your mum and dad, and you always talk about the fact that it's all about the team, really.
Thanks, Lando, for joining us. Really appreciate it.
My pleasure.
It's been great having you, mate. Take care.
Okay, thank you so much.
Hi, everyone. Just wanted to say thank you for visiting our This Morning YouTube channel. Now, listen, we upload new content every day, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out. And we'll see you in the morning.